Hi, everybody. Am I live? I can't tell. Yes, I'm live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the second day of the Essence of Being Conscious Leadership Academy's Communication and Leadership Challenge. So, are you ready for the challenge today? Today is day 2. I welcome all of you for coming. My name is Burge Smith Lyons, and I'm the founder of Essence of Being and the Conscious Leadership Academy, and we are on a roll. Yesterday was day 1. And you can post your beliefs. We talked about beliefs yesterday. So you can post your beliefs in this group and also anything you want to share about any findings that you have, because we learn from each other. So I encourage all of you, if you go back and watch the video, go ahead and post in this group. This is the Essence of Being Healing Forest public group. It's not the EOB graduate group, but anybody can post in here. And I really am looking forward to any discoveries that you have found. And one discovery we had yesterday was someone talked about their belief is that when they're not heard, because this is about communication today, all right, that when they're not heard, that they feel exhausted and they feel like their soul left. So there's a lot of learnings that we can share with each other. And then I'm giving some feedback on anything that you share. And again, this is a 6-day challenge. So the first 3 days is all about communication, and the last 3 days are going to be about leadership. And then I'm doing a special bonus Sunday and Monday on money and relationships. And then I'm going to have a big Q&A session that you can ask any questions you want to ask. Okay. So register. If you haven't registered for this, go ahead and register on the link that's below so that you can get some other gifts. Okay. There's an assessment in there that you can find out more beliefs about your success beliefs, your relationship, your money, your communication, your leadership beliefs, okay, which is all about the Conscious Leadership Academy and, of course, Essence of Being. So welcome to day 2. Let's get started. I just wanted to, first thing I always want to do is pull from our cards, our Essence of Being cards, for some kind of a focus for the day. And these are magic. They're basically our cards that have been infused. And what that means is that, magic is what science hasn't proven yet. So let's see what our message is for today. Okay. All right. It says, create profound results. Create profound results. So that's our focus for the day, is to create profound results. Experience plus knowledge equals profound results. So the experience that you have today, plus any knowledge or information that you learn, will help you create profound results if you utilize the experiences and you put knowledge to it and you reflect on it, okay, and say, that worked for me, that didn't work for me, and that creates the result that you want. So I encourage all of us to create profound results. So let's do that. Let's go to the second day of communication. And what we're going to be doing today is talking about there are 4 steps actually to creating effective communication. Today we're going to talk about step 1 and step 2. Step 1 of creating effective communication is being present. That's very important. If you're not present with your communication, then things can be a little off. You don't hear what people have to say. You don't acknowledge them, okay? Or you're thinking about something else. So being present is extremely important for you to be authentic, okay? And have authentic, conscious communications. And the point of power is in the present. You can't change the past, or you can change how you feel about the past, right? And what you think about or say really affects your future if in the present moment. So the point of power of creation is in the present moment. So one way that people are not present is they don't know how to listen in communication. They know how to talk maybe, but not know how to listen. So there are blocks to listening, and I'm only going to touch on 3 of them. There are quite a few, but some of the more general ones are, a lot of people like to check out. They just check out. They don't listen. They're somewhere else. They're looking at their phone when I'm talking. I see you. Or they are thinking about, did I turn the coffee pot off when I left? When someone's having a communication with them, they're not even present. They're checked out. So we do that sometimes, right? So we're not hearing what they have to say, and we're not being present with that communication. The second thing that we might do to block that listening is rehearse. So how many of you ever have relationships where you think, oh God, here they go again? I know what they're going to say. I've already rehearsed what I'm going to say after they say it. So hurry up and say what you're going to say, because I know what you're going to say. And then I'm going to say it. I'm going to say what I've already rehearsed. So you're not really present with what they are speaking about or sharing or talking about. And so we start rehearsing in our mind about how we're going to have a comeback. Okay. People might ask you a question and you start rehearsing the answer, and you're not really present with what else they have to say. And that can block you from being authentic, and that can block you from having conscious communication because you're rehearsing. And also, if you're in sales, they teach you to overcome the objections. So a lot of times people will listen for, what's that objection? What are they going to say? I've already rehearsed what I'm going to say after they say it. And you're not really being present because maybe they're saying something else entirely. Their essence of the communication you're not hearing. Okay. That's another way, is rehearsing. The third way that you can block listening is comparing. So a lot of times you'll listen to somebody's story and you compare it. You think, well, my situation's worse, or my situation's, let me tell you about my problems, or let me share with you so I can feel better about myself. So that's nice about you, but it's all about me. Let me compare. And they start comparing about what story's better or who's worse off. And again, you're not feeling present. It's also a form of judgment. Okay. And judging yourself is blocking your listening and blocking the communication. All right. So judging can mean I'm judging myself that I'm not good enough to listen to what this person has to say. Or we start judging ourselves or judging the other person and saying, well, they don't know what they're talking about. And I know more than they do. So I'm going to judge them and not be present and authentic and listen and have clear, conscious communication. Okay. So step one is being present. And again, one of our blocks to being present is that we just have these blocks to listening. So be mindful. And I'm going to be giving you something to do today, our little exercise and challenge for the day to see, where are you blocking? Okay. The second step to effective communication and conscious communication is taking responsibility versus reacting. Okay. So what that means is you're not responsible for other people's communication, although a lot of times we think we are, right? So taking responsibility means that it's your ability to respond instead of react. And that determines the quality of your life. So let me give you an example of not taking responsibility. Is a lot of times in communication, we become the victim. We feel like it's their fault that they said that, or they're doing that, and so we get triggered. And then we start feeling bad and say, well, it's not our fault. We can't do anything about it. And there's no power in that. So what happens when you start blaming other people for your situation or what's going on? You could be giving your power away because you're saying there's nothing I can do about it. I'm stuck. So just think about your life in communication. How many times have you blamed the other person? And nothing really changes. All you do is feel bad and you can't do anything about it. Okay. That's not really a conscious communicator. Okay. Another thing that we do is we shame ourselves. We think, well, that was stupid. Why did I say that? Or we shame ourselves and feel guilty about something. And then again, that's not being very responsible either, because that's basically saying that we shouldn't have said that. Or there's something that I feel bad about myself and there's no improvement there. All we do is beat ourselves up. And remember, when you beat yourself up, you feel guilty. And when you feel guilty, In vibrational sense, if you feel guilty, if you're sending out guilt, you're basically saying, I demand punishment because I'm guilty. So punish me. Now, you're not saying this consciously. None of this is conscious, okay? This is an unconscious response or a subconscious response in vibration, because words have vibration, right? They've proven this in quantum physics that all sentient beings have a vibration. Our thoughts have vibration as well. So be mindful of what you think, because that's what you can certainly vibrate out and manifest or create. Okay. So again, feeling ashamed is not necessarily it. Now, I'm not saying if you say something to somebody in communication that comes out of your mouth, that's what I call foot and mouth. You can apologize, but you don't have to beat yourself up incessantly for it, because you'll keep demanding more punishment. The third part of taking responsibility for your communication, sometimes we justify. A lot of us like to justify, don't we? We justify, well, if you hadn't have said that, then I wouldn't have said this. So there again, what you're doing is you're making excuses about the way you're communicating. And remember, if you saw the video yesterday, communication is the response you get. So anything that you do that is what I call below the line, which means you are justifying, making excuses, being a victim, or shaming yourself, nothing really changes or shifts. You're not basically taking responsibility for your own communication. You cannot take responsibility for others. Okay? All you can do is be clean with your communication. And what I mean by that is basically you're having empathy, first of all. Having empathy is important, putting yourself in other people's shoes, but also responding instead of reacting and telling your truth. So, with compassion. So a lot of people in responsibility land, it takes courage to speak up. It takes courage to speak up as a conscious leader directly to the person if you've said something that maybe you didn't want to say. Okay. And gossip, by the way, can kill an organization, a friendship, a partnership. So if it does not serve, do not say it to other people. If it doesn't serve, don't say it. Okay. Say it to the person directly if there's something you want to say. Give them the opportunity to be responsible or not, but you've been clean with your communication and not talked behind their back. Okay. It's not about taking responsibility. People get really confused about this. It's not saying you're responsible for that other person's communication. You take responsibility for how you communicate, and just understand that you can communicate in a way that is telling your truth with compassion, listening with empathy, and respect. You have that empathy and respect for yourself. So the more you embody empathy and self-respect, you can absolutely communicate with someone with the same emphasis. All right. Now they know that's exactly how you're going to be. And if you don't speak up, they will bulldoze you. In other words, if you're afraid to use your voice, people will know that you're just not going to speak up. And so they'll bulldoze you or steamroll you. And so they know how to treat you. And if you're the bulldozer or you're the steamroller, okay, maybe you're the one who does that. Maybe you're the one who bullies people in your communication, but you're teaching other people how to treat you. They won't trust you. They won't want to be with you because they want to be heard and they want to be respected and they want to be acknowledged. So take responsibility for your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and your communication. That's step 2. So today's assignment and your challenge for today is really pay attention. Pay attention to your intentional communication. Okay, we must pay attention to our words, and we can fall into these what I call booby traps when speaking. So if words have a vibration, then check out your words and see what energy you're vibrating. So here are some booby traps that are a lot. I'm giving you some examples. And today I want you to really notice your booby traps, okay, and to post them on the group. Post all your booby traps that you found. So you can post them, write them down, remember them, put them in your phone or whatever, and just catch yourself being conscious about, oh God, did I just say that? So what I mean are these are unconscious things that are in the vernacular. Things like, I'm sick and tired. Give me a break. I hate my body. I'm starving. I can't remember. I'm losing my mind. I'm dying to. That kills me. My back is killing me. I can't do that. I can't afford that. I can't win for losing. There's never enough time. I'm always late. I never have enough. I'm always broke. I'm such a dummy. If I don't do it, who will? I have no choice. I'm only human. There's no justice in the world. Now, a lot of people are saying that right now, right? Sick as a dog. It's going to be one of those days. No pain, no gain. I don't care. I can't stand whatever it is. I'm such a klutz. I can't do anything right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nobody ever listens to me. And he or she will never change. So these are just some examples of these booby traps or subconscious thoughts that we just say out loud, these words that we say out loud, and they have a meaning, they have a vibration. And so it'll be fun today. My challenge is go in, find yourself saying these things. Every time you catch yourself saying something that may not serve you, or it may be the truth for you at that moment, but be mindful what you say, you create. Okay. So the vibration of what you're saying can be a booby trap. So I'm really looking forward to the challenge today to see what words you're going to put in there, what phrases you catch yourself saying. And the reason to do that is to have purposeful, intentional communication. All right. So tomorrow we're going to start with the communication. We'll end our communication challenge, and it'll be step 3 and step 4 of effective communication. So I look forward to playing with you then, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, what you focus on expands.